Thank you, Chair Norton and Ranking Member Graves for organizing this hearing. 2017 was a record for Chicago and the nation for roadway fatalities. I want to ask a question about emergency braking, but I'd like to preface it with some statistics. According to the federal crash data from the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, from 2009 to 2017, truck crashes in which a truck was rear-ended a passenger vehicle increased by 50%, despite the availability of new safety technologies like forward collision warning systems and automatic emergency braking that help prevent such crashes. For example, Schneider National saw a 68% decrease in rear-end crashes and a 95% reduction in rear-end collisions claims since it began equipping collision mitigation systems in 2012. Another company, Conway, conducted an internal study which reviewed AEB, electronic stability control, and lane departure warning. They found a 71% reduction in rear-end collisions and a 63% decrease in unsafe following behaviors with the safety features. In fact, some of the most popular truck models like Volvo VNL 760, the Peterbilt 579, the Freightliner Cascadia, the Mack Anthem, and every new international truck now include AEB as standard. Mr. Young and Ms. Chase, briefly please, do the Truck Safety Coalition or the advocates for highway safety support requiring original equipment manufacturers to manufacture new trucks with AEB technology?
Thank you for the question. Thank you for the question, Congressman. Yes, we absolutely support automatic emergency braking as standard equipment. In fact, in 2015, advocates, together with Truck Safety Coalition and some other organizations, petitioned the Department of Transportation to conduct a rulemaking that would require FCAM, also now known as AEB, in all trucks. This is technology that has been proven to be successful, and there's no reason that it shouldn't be in all trucks today.
Mr. Young?
Yes, while the manufacturers indicate that they've made them standard, there's a delete credit. So if a dealer tells the motor carrier who's purchasing a vehicle, hey, I can make it cheaper for you just to delete the AEB. That's why we need an AEB mandate. Because the original equipment manufacturers have made it standard doesn't mean it's getting on these trucks. And these will truly prevent crashes along with speed limiters and many of the other issues we're talking about.
And again, to both of you, thank you for that. Would your organization support legislation that would require all motor carriers to require their trucks be equipped with AEB to use this crash prevention and mitigation technology?
Absolutely, because of the fact that you have this front override or front underride, this and along with the underride bill will prevent these crashes. So it's an and both type of a scenario.
Thank you. Ms. Chase?
Yes, absolutely, we would support that.
Okay, thank you. Changing gears to trucking insurance minimums. To both of you, again, the cost of medical care and other expenses has increased in the last 40 years, as has inflation. Still, no change in 4 decades has been made to trucking insurance minimums since 1980, and the current insurance cap is $750,000. Is that correct? And do you think that the current level of insurance is sufficient to fully compensate families and ensure safety in the event of a crash involving a truck? And would your organization support adjusting truck insurance minimums?
Thank you for the question. The insurance minimums are grossly inadequate. As you indicated, it's been nearly 40 years, so it was originally set in 1980. If we adjust it to inflation, the minimum insurance should be $2.4 million. In addition to that, the money that is the premium is for the first $1 million or the lower level. It isn't a double in the coverage in order to get double the coverage. So you don't have to pay double the premium to get double the coverage. So an increased insurance minimum will protect families, in particular, even truck drivers who are killed by other negligent truck drivers. And then when you have a situation where there's multiple fatalities, which we hear about on a regular basis, there isn't enough insurance for all the folks there. So then the taxpayer gets saddled with having to take care of these people through Medicare or Medicaid and Social Security disability if there's injuries.
Thank you. Ms. Chase, very briefly.
As our board is comprised of half of insurance companies, we don't take a position on this issue.
Okay, thank you. And lastly, Mr. Byrd from the Teamsters. In your statement, you mentioned that the potential expansion of the short haul exemption from 12 hours to 14 hours is a problem. Can you tell us why expanding it would be bad for workers?
Thank you for the question. Well, drivers in CDL qualified drivers, they're driving larger trucks. They're delivering more freight. They're delivering heavier freight than, say, for short haul operators that are driving vehicles that weigh less than 26,001 pounds. So what that's going to result in, we believe, is that these drivers they'll work longer hours, they'll handle more freight, they'll handle heavier freight, and it'll put them at increased risk of experiencing musculoskeletal disorders, for example. And one of our big concerns is that along with that, we have an aging driver workforce among our membership. So you've got older drivers who would be called upon to do more work, to do heavy work, and we are concerned that it could have an adverse impact in terms of them experiencing injuries.
Thank you.